welcome back. You know that this show is about people and their passions. Do we have passion today? People from this county reach out in all directions to help other people. Would you believe that today we're reaching all the way out to Haiti? My name is Dacquino. Our guests today are Marie Blon and John Kastenstein. Welcome. Tell me about Heart. What is Heart? What do you do? Why do you do it? Talk to me. Yes.
Heart in Haiti
is
a school that we started after the earthquake in 2010. I'll tell you why I do this, why we do this.
Why do you do this?
Yeah. Well, you know, in 2009, my daughter was in high school, and it was the middle of the night. We thought she was having a heart attack, and we took her to the emergency room, and really she was having a panic attack because she didn't know what her passion was in life. She didn't know why she was in school, what her purpose was, and so I knew at that time I would do anything to help her find her passion in life. When the earthquake struck in 2010 in January, her guidance counselor, Shad St. Louis, who grew up in Haiti, went down to help. And when Karina saw the videos, the pictures of what they were doing, she said, "Mommy, I want to go." And so she asked to go, and Shad said, "Well, you can only go if a parent goes." And
how old was she at the time?
she was 17 years old.
God bless her.
She
Nice.
was 17. So Shad said, "The only way you can go is if you bring your mom." And she goes, "Oh, Mommy, will you go with me?"
And what did Mommy say?
I said, "Yes, let's go."
I'm in. Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah, so we went down in January.
Yeah, what did you
No,
see?
we went down in July. We saw devastation. The capital was crumbled. People were living in tent cities.
Wow.
The school where Shad grew up was falling down. And the adults are standing around, well, what do we do to help? And Karina said, well, let's knock down the school and rebuild it. So that's what we did.
Wow.
In October, school started with 30 kids, pre-K through first grade. And when Karina graduated from high school, she moved down to Haiti and lived there with the people, as the people live, for 2.5 years.
Well, now you have a photo. Is that photo about the school? Is that a photo of the school?
Yes, it's a photo of the school. The
I think
school's
we have a
built
photo
out
of
of
the school.
shipping containers.
Wow. So you had shipping containers, and you built a school out of the shipping containers.
Yes.
That's amazing. And there it is. Tell me about this school. It looks great. It looks like a wonderful building. What does the school look like? I mean, was it hard to get these shipping containers there? Tell me about building these schools.
Well, I want John to tell that story because it was because of the Rotary members that we were able to build this school with shipping containers.
So, John,
Yes, sir.
shipping containers. How did Rotary get shipping containers to get over to Haiti?
Yeah, so we were looking for a place to put this school, and
Yeah.
we needed to do it as efficiently and as effectively as possible. So, kind of fortuitously, we hooked up with a club called the Mid-Atlanta Rotary Club with a woman called Barbara Rose, whose husband was a professor at Georgia Tech, a professor of technology, and had a lot of knowledge of shipping containers. And he thought of the idea of, why don't we build this school out of shipping containers, build classrooms and administrative offices and a library in shipping containers. So he was able, with minimal cost, to get a hold of shipping containers, ship them to Port-au-Prince, and we put them at the location where our school now is.
That's amazing. I remember when the Mahopac Library was moving from one location to the other, they had to temporarily house themselves in a building down the road, and they had shipping containers with the books in it. And I know one of our cameramen and a good friend of mine, Andy Campbell, used to maintain those containers, and it's amazing how big they are and what you can do with those containers. So that you actually made like annexes for schools, and actually held classes in those containers?
Yeah, we had to outfit them. We had to put
Yeah.
doors and windows and ceiling vents.
What a great idea.
Yeah, a great idea. Vin, you asked about how we all got involved, and I'm so happy
Yeah.
that I didn't have a 17-year-old daughter to worry about. I did it one time, and I'm glad that time has passed.
I've been there too.
Yeah.
Not an easy job.
No, they say insanity
I'd
is...
rather help the students in Haiti.
Yeah, they say insanity is inherited. You inherit it from your teenagers. But so I worked for the New York State Attorney General's office, and about a dozen years ago, I hired an intern whose name happened to be Shadrach St. Louis. He went to Mercy College at the time. I taught at Mercy College at the time. He was on the board at Mercy College. We had, well, first actually, we went down to New Orleans after the storm and deconstructed houses. And I could see how dedicated and what a passionate guy Shadrach St. Louis was in New Orleans. I always say you never want to get in between Shadrach St. Louis and a wall when he's holding an axe, because it's a dangerous situation. So we took a bunch of students down there. And then, so he worked for me at that time at the Attorney General's office, and he was so dedicated there also. In helping consumers with their problems. So then the earthquake hit Haiti.
And hit Haiti.
Hit Haiti. It was devastation. So Shad and some other people put together about 17 gigantic containers, gigantic shipping containers of hygienic products, food, and clothing, and we shipped them down to Haiti to distribute. And I always tell this story that, it kind of tells a little bit, unfortunately, about what Haiti is all about. We spent about a day and a half at the shipping dock at Customs trying to get these humanitarian items in these shipping containers out of Customs.
Oh,
and soon we learned what we had to do to get these containers out of Customs. We had to pay off a bunch of people.
Oh,
and Shadrach, who's a very strong individual,
yeah.
actually cried. And kind of brought tears to my eyes also. But anyway, we were able to get them out of Customs. We distributed the food. And all you could see at that time was rubble, tents as far as the eye could see.
Wow.
And just people, as Maria said, standing around, not knowing, kind of in a daze, not knowing what to do. So we went into the local communities and gave out these items. And Shadrach kind of came up with the idea, this is not the best way we can help. They say you can give a person a fish and they're fed for a day,
Right.
but if you teach them how to fish, they're fed for a lifetime. So he said we need to give people a step up, not a handout. So he came up with this idea of building a school.
So the very containers that you sent all that merchandise in were used then to create a school?
No.
Oh.
No. That was given out just to help
Oh,
these
okay.
earthquake victims at that particular time. But he said that's not the future of Haiti.
Okay.
The future of Haiti is educating the students,
Right.
also getting rid of corruption, things of that nature.
Yeah.
But what we could do is help educate the students.
Right.
And perhaps they could then become the future business leaders and
So here's the
government.
school again.
Right, so that's one of our bigger shipping containers.
I can't believe that's a shipping container
Yeah,
because it's basically a trailer, a
Yeah.
motor, a mobile home of sorts.
Yeah. By the way, the professor that I was talking about that was
Yeah.
responsible for these shipping containers, his name is on the front. His name is Richard Martin, who
Oh.
unfortunately since has passed away.
Oh,
But his
no.
wife is still involved very significantly in Heart in Haiti.
So now Richard Martin, donated the containers or?
He was the one that arranged to get the containers to Haiti.
To Haiti, wow.
The donations
Big thing.
came from a number of different
Rest in
sources.
peace, Richard. Thank you.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. He still lives in our hearts, by the way, and
Wow.
his legacy lives on in the education that we can provide for our children.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
And it shows how your passion and caring for community can live long after you.
yeah, absolutely. And you talk about passion, Vinny. Every time we go down to Haiti, we go down at least once a year. I'm the treasurer of Heart in Haiti. Heart actually stands for Haiti Education and Resource Team. So I'm the treasurer and on the board of directors. Maria is past president and still very, very, very much involved in our organization. So whenever we go down, it kind of renews your passion.
Yeah, sure.
It really does.
See
whenever you feel
what's going on and what's happening there.
Yeah, so we started out with a couple of grades about 7 years ago, about 35 kids or so. And since that time, every year we've added one grade.
Wow.
That's our objective. So now we have pre-K through 6th grade, and amazingly enough.
Now, are these some of the students that we're showing here?
Yes, that's our music program. These are the older students.
So you have a music
playing.
program as
Yes.
well? Wow.
Yeah, and that's in our newest building. We received a donation from a wonderful organization called the Rose Foundation, a $40,000 donation that helped us build that building.
So speaking of donations, speaking of money, you're a treasurer. That means money has to be coming in. These things are not free. How do you raise funds?
We
for
do
this
it in
program?
we do it in a lot of different ways. The major fundraising is that we have very generous donors who will sponsor a student. It's called the Buddy Program.
Oh,
And
so
for
is they sort of like adopt a child?
yes, they do. And twice a year they hear from the child. They get a letter from them.
So this way they know where their money's going. They see the face that they're
Yes,
trying to help.
they
That's
see the
wonderful.
face, they get a letter from them that's
Wonderful.
translated into English, they get a report from the teacher as to how the student's doing.
Uh-oh.
And it's just $1 a day to sponsor a student,
Wow.
and you receive so much from them in gratitude. In
Yeah.
Haiti, school is not free. There's no public education like here.
Is that right?
So families have to decide,
So
and
there
they
are-
have large families. If they have 8 kids, they have to decide, well, they earn about $1 a day. How much can they, how many students can they send to school? I mean,
Yeah.
here,
So there
$1
are
a day
children who
is
just
little.
don't go to school.
Oh yes, a lot of children don't go to
That's
school
sad.
at all.
Sad. You know,
Yeah.
you're taking away the possibility, the opportunity. When I think of how many children have so many talents, and it's wasted. They just don't have opportunities.
yeah.
We here in America are so spoiled sometimes.
Yes.
When we think of all the opportunities, and then we have kids who are playing video games all day and wasting brilliance.
Yeah, yeah.
Brilliance.
Vinny, I say that every teenager should go down, American teenager should go down to
and
Haiti
see what-
and see how these people live and how they manage to support
Yeah.
themselves, get an
We do
education.
get spoiled.
Yeah,
Yep.
Vinny, you spoke about finances. So I'm
Right.
I'm the treasurer of Heart.
Right.
So I ensure that every dollar is spent wisely, efficiently, and effectively is accounted for. We're a 501c3 organization, and do you know what it costs? Do you know what we pay teachers here in Carmel?
A lot more than they pay them there, I'll tell you.
Okay, so we run our school. This is the whole school. Right now, 135 kids. And as I said, we're going to expand it to the 7th grade this coming fall. So right now, our operating budget, we have some other capital kind of expenses, but the operating budget is about $45,000. This is for 135 kids. And that probably pays a teacher and a half here in Carmel. Not that the money's not well spent here,
Yeah.
but we are able to educate
Not an experienced
135
experienced
kids
teacher,
for
well
$45,000.
over $45,000.
Yeah, and of course, the salaries in Haiti
Yeah.
are unbelievably low.
Yeah.
But it helps us educate
Now,
the kids.
this picture here on the screen, is this a regular class or is this the music class again?
This is their kindergarten graduation celebration.
Oh, wow.
And the kids start with music early.
And this is the way they normally dress, right?
They do dress up for ceremonies.
They do.
In
Oh, that's
Haiti, every celebration is
A celebration.
It's really a celebration.
That's
And
wonderful.
even with electricity, we have electricity here on all the time. We turn on the lights, we think nothing of it. In Haiti, the electricity's on half the time.
Oh, wow.
Vinny, every single time the electricity's turned on, people clap. You hear clapping and
right?
cheering.
Oh.
Woohoo! The
Like we
electricity's
do with a
on.
power outage. Now, what is this photo here? This is a teacher with her class?
Yeah, these are two teachers walking to their students to the classroom, and it's so great the way we've done
Look
it
at the way
because
they're dressed. I mean, they're
Yeah.
learning how to be students, and they're respecting education by dressing respectfully
Yes.
for education. You're teaching them how to be members of society,
Yes.
and that's wonderful.
Yeah, and they all have to be passionate about the school also. You know,
Yeah.
we expect them to attend every day. We expect them to do their homework. We expect the parents to ensure that the homework is done. We expect the parents to contribute in some way to the school, either by donating a few dollars
Now this
or,
class
or
looks like
labor.
they're wearing uniforms.
yes,
That-
that's a preschool class. They all
Wow.
wear uniforms, and if you look at how lush the land is,
Yeah.
food grows in Haiti so well when it's watered. We grow food for the kids on the property so that they can learn how to grow their own food and sustain themselves.
Is it? Oh, look at that. There's another one, and these are students.
The kids are adorable. They
Oh,
really
they
are.
must be adorable.
Yeah, they really
And
are.
I'm sure they're appreciative. You know, school for them is a treat. It's an honor.
And the parents are so appreciative also.
Wow.
Because
how
they-
are children chosen? Is that it?
The
is that
whole
a
family
process?
actually is interviewed because we
Wow.
have to have a family that will support this student,
Yeah.
that will do their homework afterwards, that will bring them to school with their uniform pressed and ready to go. So the
So
whole
it's a
family is
family
involved.
affair.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now these flowers here, this is some kind of a fundraiser. These are beautiful.
Yeah, so I'm always looking for ways to raise money for the school here in New York using local flowers. So my favorite restaurant in Middletown is Something Sweet. And they purchase flowers, which I grow in my yard. And we have these little tags, Flowers for Heart.
Wow.
And on the back is our website with information about how we use the money that we fundraise. And you know, anybody can help us fundraise. These are flowers that grow in my yard.
And they're beautiful. What
Yeah,
a beautiful
thank you.
centerpiece. They're gorgeous. Now we also have a book with my favorite word in it, Living Passionately. Tell me about this book. This book is a combination of stories. What is this book about?
When going to Haiti, there were so many inspiring stories, and I knew we had to capture them in a book, in an audio book. So about 1/3 of these stories are from Haiti. You'll hear the story of Shadrach St. Louis growing up in Haiti, what that was like, and what it's been like starting the school. You'll hear from Karina. I also, with their help, interviewed a child, a teenager, and an adult in Haiti, so we can hear from their perspective what it's like to grow up here and how they keep their hope.
So in a sense, these are testimonies
Yes.
about what you do and how you do it, and it gives us the opportunity to see the passion that is involved in here and what you're doing to affect children's lives.
Yeah.
Yes, and at the end of every chapter, there's a summary and there's questions for the reader. Well, now that you've read this story, what are your takeaways and how are you going to use what you've learned in this story in your life to bring out more of your passions?
And these books are available online, also in a CD form. So they could get CD, or they could take the time and read. I think people still do that, some.
Yes, and what's great about the audiobook is you'll be driving along in the car and you'll
Yeah.
hear one person's voice, and then when the story changes, you hear that author's voice.
That's great.
And all of the proceeds from the flowers, from the books, the audiobooks, go towards the Heart in Haiti School.
Excellent.
And you can look up more information at heartinhaiti.org.
Wow. Tell me about your daughter. She must feel wonderful to know that she was very much a part of getting all this thing kicked off.
She does, and you know, she left after 2.5 years. It was very hard for her to go.
Oh, I can imagine.
She had gotten typhoid fever and malaria.
Really?
And she just knew it was time to go. And the teachers all said, Karina, it's your turn to go back and finish your college education and
So she
move
spent
back
a good
to the
deal of
States.
time there?
She did. She lived with the people.
Really?
She was fluent in Creole. When they were hungry, she was hungry.
Wow.
She learned so much.
Vinny,
and
let me tell
when
you.
she left, the teacher said that Karina was like Jesus because she came and lived with them as they lived, and they're just so appreciative.
Vinny, let me tell you just a little bit about her daughter. I've never met a youngster like her daughter. As Maria said, she learned Creole in about 6 months. On our visits, I will go with her daughter into the local community. She speaks a fluent Creole with the local community people, many of which are parents of our kids. They respect her like a member of the community.
Wow.
It's just an amazing thing to see. And she will talk to the kids in Creole and to the teachers and the administration. And I've never
I
seen
could tell
anything
you
like this.
just the fact that this girl woke up in the middle of the night and said, I need a purpose, already separates her from so many millions of other people who live without a purpose. To suddenly realize that we don't stand alone. We need to reach out to each other. And then to reach all the way over to Haiti. That's just amazing.
Yeah, Vinny, just a little bit about Haiti. Just a few hundred miles from Miami.
Yeah.
It is the poorest country in Latin America, but it is the oldest black democracy in the world. But since that time, they've been ruled by many despots, Papa Doc, Baby Doc, and the money just has gone who knows where. So that's what we have to overcome. And that's why we're educating these kids to become the future leaders in Haiti and hopefully do well by.
Now, Haiti's
by this
connected to Santo Domingo, right?
Dominican Republic, the DR.
Dominican Republic.
Yeah.
I went there.
It's like
I
day
can
and night.
imagine what Haiti was like, because even there where the money is not as difficult, people were living indoors. And people say to me, what do you mean? See, they knock down buildings, they take the old doors and nail them together and build a shelter out of the doors next door to homes with wrought iron gates. And I was like, next door to each other. Children followed me around, asking for donations, asking for money, asking for anything. And when I got back, I said, such poverty. And they said, go next door.
Exactly.
Go try Haiti.
Exactly.
And I just didn't realize.
When you fly over Haiti, most of the mountains are barren, no more trees. Do you know why?
Yeah.
They have cut down the trees mainly for fuel,
Right.
To cook and that kind of thing. And and so now when the rains come, the valleys and the cities and the towns get flooded because there's no trees to hold back the water.
I promised you something before we started. I promised you that the time would go by so quickly you wouldn't know it hit you. We're in about the last 2 minutes. What can we say to these people? What can we tell them about heart?
I want to say that you can make a difference. You can help to bring up the level of education in students by helping us do a simple fundraiser, by sponsoring a student at the Heart in Haiti school and making a difference.
Let's see that website again, because that website is where we get the flowers, the books, the opportunity to help you out by making some form of donation. heartinhaiti.org. We go there, we'll find your phone number, we'll find your website, we'll find how to reach you. Are you willing to talk to people about what you do?
I love talking to people about what we do. It's our passion, and we want more and more people to be involved, because ever since going to Haiti, my purpose has changed, and I know that what I do every single day helps those people to have a better life.
And what it means for people who have basically nothing.
Yes.
And it gives them a something to live for. And as you say, every time you reach a child and you help that child understand passion and caring and giving, you help dozens more. So you're not helping a dozen people, you're helping hundreds of people. Teaching people that we need each other. It's about passion. It's about caring. It's about sharing. And it doesn't matter if it's your next door neighbor or all the way over in Haiti. People are people and they need each other. Help somebody. Well, unfortunately, again, time is moving on. Just one quick question. Who writes the stories for this Living Passionately? Are these people who actually are involved in the program?
A third of the stories are people involved in Haiti, and some other stories are from New York and people in the United States. So each author either wrote their story or told me their story, and I wrote it down for them.
Look for the book, look for the CD, look for flowers, look for Marie, look for John. Give to each other. I cannot thank you enough for being here today. I cannot thank you two enough because people need to hear what it's like. I just can't even think of all those kids living in tents not having education. Education shouldn't be a gift. It should be a mandatory way to reach children and help them to be all they are capable of being. Thank you for what you do. Thank you for tuning in. And keep in mind, we're here every week with people who understand the importance of passion. Be there for each other. Thank you for joining us. What a pleasure. What a treat. Keep doing what you do. You did a wonderful job.
Good narration.